Welcome back to Making It with Minglet. Today we are on day 33, and I just wanted to share with you the beautiful flowers that I got from my neighbor. They are so sweet. They're pink, they got beautiful leaves, and she gave me so many of them that I shared some with another neighbor, but look how beautiful. And I started thinking about it, and I thought, wait a minute, I've got a stamp that does that. Right here. I believe that is what that's supposed to be, judging from the leaves. So I thought, with the inspiration I have, I don't know how well these would do for maybe using the gel plate and echo prints, but I am going to try to dry these. These are some bushes, and they have like a honeysuckle smell. So the butterflies and the bees of all kinds were gathered around. So this is what my page looks like for today. Let me get this out of the way so I don't make a mistake and dump it. I rinsed them off because the leaves were covered in pollen, and I put them in a vase. I've got a vase full of them, and I still have some left over, so I am going to print with them. But this is my the two pages I can work with today, and since this is just a half page, I probably will use both sides. This says, so thrifty, so wonderful. A chic home kit for only 59 cents includes 50 curlers as well as the finest quality shampoo and wave set. Complete, easy to follow instructions. Easy to follow illustrated directions book. Nothing else to buy. Chick is on sale at hair goods and toiletry counters everywhere. And this is part of the ad I used here. So I went ahead and I put it on that page, and I had stamped a flower. This was from a magazine, and I just used Map Media to put that down. So now we have to figure out what we are going to use. This is the last, we're getting down to the last parts. It says we can do nothing you can't handle, fire up those engines, or let me hear your battle cry. And that will complete the little things that I got off the halls, the little quotes. So I think I will put nothing you can't handle. With this kit, they're trying to tell us there's nothing we can't handle, that we can do it ourselves. So why not? Why not do that? I also have on my desk some, first off, my mother-in-law saved everything. And we were looking at something that was in with baby clothes. And we found this. It says, Clanerts, washing instructions. Wash by hand in warm water and mild soap suds. Rinse in clear warm water. Let water drip off for just a few moments. Do not squeeze or wring. Smooth into a natural position with your fingers. Washes easily. Needs little or no ironing. Fast drying. Non-shrinking. Moth and mildew resistant. Wrinkle resistant. Now, I don't know if it was the baby clothes or if it was something else, but I just thought it was kind of funny. So I may incorporate those washing instructions. I mean, hey, nothing we can't handle, right? And along with that, there were some socks that still had tags on them. And this is what used to be what is now J.C. Penney's. And this was a tag that was on the socks with a straight pin. And originally they were 3 for $1.19, and she was able to get the little white socks for only 15 cents a pair. So I have a set of these, and I thought maybe as a nod to her, we just celebrated her life and her leaving us, it was 6 years this past Saturday. So it kind of makes sense to me to include her because she was always trying to do things. She tried to do everything she could to follow the instructions and do the right thing. So it just kind of seemed like it might be a good thing to do. I've got this little owl-looking pillow, a bird, angel, I don't know. It was out of a children's magazine. But I thought it was kind of cute, and I'm trying to maybe incorporate that as a little angel as a nod to her. So it may look something like this when we get it done. I think I'm going to need to go outline those wings, but this was pillows and little styles that you can make like for children's pillows, but I thought it was kind of cool. And this could go with something else, and we could turn it into maybe a pocket. I think that would be okay. So let's kind of play with this. I have this paper here that we used the other day, and let's look and see how this would look together. No, it's not bad. I really like it I like the middle part of it. So let me get a ruler and we'll just figure out what we need here. Alright, we're going to do some quick measuring. This measures about right at 5.5. So I think I'm going to bring it into 5 inches wide, and 3 by 5. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make it roughly 3 by 5. And I'm going to take the 5, let's see what this is across. This is a little bit more than 5, so we're just going to tear it. I'm going to tear it across here. Alright, that's more than 5 inches, so I want to tear it to where it's 3 inches in height. Pencil, I need a pencil. Okay. So I've got that marked, as long as I can see my little mark there. I had said 5, but if I go with just a little under 5, I don't hit that white area. So that's what I'll do. There's no real math going on here, trust me. I did math for a long time. Which is kind of funny because when I was in high school, my teacher just said, Lord, I hope you don't have a job that you'll ever need to do math. I said, you and me both, buddy. And what did I do? I ended up in a job where I had to do math. I had to count every day. I had to count. I had to balance stuff. I mean, it was... And there were days that I thought, they said I couldn't do this. They thought I couldn't anyway. I proved them wrong, though. All right. So that will make a cute little pocket. I still wish I'd come down a little bit more. Let's just tear it. We'll make it a little ragged because I do not want to cover up that little flower. I want it to be able to hang out on its own. There we go. That seems to be much better. So, we have that. Now we got to figure out how we're going to, where we're going to put our words and how we're going to incorporate this little rascal right here. So, I know I want to outline the wings, so let's go ahead and get that part done. I've just been watching this in my stash and thinking, why have I not used that? It's really, really cute. If I had a grandbaby, I'd make pillows like this. I'd have fun doing that. I like making pillows. I've made pillows for my porch. I've made pillows for my living room. We bought the ones that are in the bedroom, but I've made pillows for my daughter. Both of my daughters have got pillows that I've made for them. So easy to do. I don't know. I had to put a smile on it, but that's one thing about Grandma Louise did smile a lot. I do think I want it over on this side. Alright, and since I have used this paper, I think we'll do our writing on it. Let's find a good pen that we can write with. Is that the brush tip? No, this is the micro. Okay. Nothing. You can't handle. Simple, easy. Now let's cut that across. Let's put our little dot on it so we know that we've used that. So that only leaves 2 more left. And I think I'll put it in this margin over here. And then put my little angel here. And I'm going to get my stamp out. And I'm going to we'll use this stamp right here. And I'm not going to drag out a block just for this one little thing. So I'm hoping I can get it done without making a mess. That didn't come out too good. It's faint. So I'll try it again. Should have got the block out, and I probably should have cleaned it before I put it up. Because it's kind of gummy looking. Please be better. There you go. Okay, that is better. We'll take better. Alright, and I think we're going to put stamp a butterfly up here. I don't think we'll put one on that side, but we might put one here. Let's try that again. You always run a chance if you double stamp that you're going to make a mess. But it's a junk journal. And if I make a mess, I make a mess. We're not going to stress over it at all. We're just going to say that's okay, and that's just the way it's going to be. Now, today I am going to be using Elmer's glue because I went to fill my glue bottle up, my art glitter glue. I went to fill it up and ran into some technical difficulties. I could not get the lid off, so it is soaking so that hopefully, before long I can get that lid off. And I'm going to brush this out because I want it to dry quickly. I don't want it to stay wet for a long time because it will bubble up. So we're going to try to prevent that from happening. And we're going to put it in the margin. No, actually, yeah, we're going to go all the way to the edge with it. Let's just pat that down. It's going a little crooked. All right, I have that. Our little angel. Alright, we got our little angel ready to go down. And I'm not going to put it straight because she was always making us laugh. She always said funny things. And we loved that about her. And I'm going to brush this on the edge and hope that I can get enough on it to stick. If not, I may have to wait until my art glitter glue I'll be able to get my lid off it and fill it. And if not, I will have to go in the attic space and get my older bottle because I did wash it out just in case something happened with the newer one. Okay. And those things that aren't laying down exactly right, I will come back over them. And I think that's going to be necessary. If I put too much of this, it'll take up space that I don't want to take up. Okay, and then we have our little JCPenney thing that I wanted to use. And I'm thinking I will make it like a little tab. Actually, let me see what's on the other page. Oh, opportunity. Okay. So this is how this is going to roll. We're going to use the Elmer's glue, and we are going to attempt to glue this down. If I had my glue sticks, I had a whole box of glue sticks, and I really don't know where they went to. I'm sure that they're probably covered up in some place that they don't need to be. Oh well. Does that happen in your craft room? It happens in mine. I'll put this right here. And I am going to flip it over and let it form like a little tab. So it pulls the color from the bottom to the top. Alright, we're going to glue that. Now this is kind of a bumpy little ticket here, so I'm sure this Elmer's glue is probably not a bad thing to use on it, because it's pretty sturdy. It's probably been on that sock for 60 years, at least. This is why I got to clean my room. I cannot have all this stuff. I can't have so much stuff. But it was fun. It's fun finding little treasures. They make me laugh. Now, I think this shall go in the pocket. So I still have some of this, and I think I will use a piece to add that. Make a little tab for it. So let's get our ruler back out. And I'm gonna make it kind of wide. Let's see. And I'm gonna put it to the side of it. Like that. That's too long. Let's make it half that length. One thing about finding the old stuff, you don't have to, take like your vintage photo or anything like that because it's already got that natural age to it. We found a lot of cleaning instructions when we cleaned out the train. What was it? The luggage. It's like a chest. It's this heavy cardboard manufactured with cardboard, and then it has like steel corners on it. Brass. It's brass corners, and we have a big one and we have two small ones. But anytime they traveled the train, that's what they would carry. And they've got all the wear and tear on them. The one that belongs to my daughter has her great grandmother's initials on it, Z8. Her first name was Zarihi, so we thought that would be nice for Zoe to have. So it belongs to her, and her daddy restored it. It was not in the best of shape. The small one was not in that good a shape. The large one we've used in our living room forever, and it is fancy. It was much fancier. Very nice. Let's see how that's going to work. Yeah, I think I like that. Like I said, I'm going to have to come back with art glitter glue. I'm not pleased with the way that's holding down. Not exactly. So there we have that. And I could color these flowers. I guess let me put maybe some of the pink. I'll put a little bit of the pink here. And maybe even on the outside. My mother-in-law liked pink, but her favorite color was red. She had a red purse. She always wore red lipstick. Always. So, when we think of her, we think of roses, red roses. But she really liked any kind of flower. In the springtime, she loved to go out and pick flowers and bring them in the house as each little thing would bloom. She would bring like a leaf she'd bring in the dogwoods, put them in a vase. She'd bring in daffodils, and she always tried to, whatever the season was, she tried to celebrate it. Now, I think I want to probably need this one. I'm going to use this circle right here to make my little halo. And that's my little angel. Grandma Louise. So there we have it. We have our day 34. And I think I will put the 34 right here. So we're moving right along. That's 34 out of 100. I look forward to seeing you the next time. Until then, be well, my friends. Bye-bye.